Everybody. Hello, everybody. Well, today I have to say we're going to have a little fun. I've showed you a little bit of how I start to write a song. And today I'm going to show you exactly how I start to write a song. I couldn't show you this kind of stuff because you would have not understood any of it. So it's a real simple deal. I've already showed you how to find all the chords in a key, no matter what they are, by using steps. And I've also showed you how you can take and hit any chord you want to and then go from there on the fifths and write a song from what you have there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the chords in E. I'm going to make some mistakes. You know that because you've already watched me over the period of, 22 lessons. And you probably think I'm a bird ready to fly away, but I'm still here. Anyway, so I'm very, very fortunate because when I sit down, I don't make very many mistakes. Most of the time when I do my finals and get ready to do a song, boom, it's right there. There's no mistakes, and it's quite of a, you want to brush your teeth if you have any. Anyway, so I'm going to start with the key of E today. And pretty simple. I'm going to do it with both hands. Okay. Okay, 4 half steps. 1.5. So we've got E, then we go up a full step to the next one, which is F sharp. Okay. F sharp is here, but it's a minor because it's on the second step. Remember, 2, 3, and 6 are minor chords during this progression. So we're on 2, so that's a minor. Now we're going to go 1 full step again, and it's also a minor because that's 3. Okay, now it's between the 3rd and the 4th, and it's only a half step to the next level here. So now we're going to go to A. Okay. Now we're going to go to AB, which is another full step. Now we're going to go to a C sharp. That's another full step. And it's a minor because it's a 6th step. Okay, the next one is going to be a diminished step. And it's a full step, so we're going to a D sharp. We've been doing flats, now we're doing sharps. So it's a D sharp, but it's a diminished. So a D sharp is here. I'm sorry, here. And you can tell right away, it's an E flat. So in other words, it's at the end of the scale. And it's what they call a out a uniral, or what, I don't know what they call it. I'll have to look it up, but it's in the theory books. But it's either a E flat or a D sharp. And in this case, we're in the sharps. I'll show you the sharps in a second. And so it's a diminished. So we diminished the top 2, the 3rd and the 5th. Okay, and then we drop into the 8th of that, which is from 7 to 8, which is a half step again. Okay, and the process of that, we had, there was 2 here, sharps. Still 2, now we have this one up here. Okay, you following me here? Okay. We had the C. Okay. So I'll go through the rest of them, but what we end up with is 4 sharps. So in the key of E, we have 4 sharps. F, G, C, and D. Okay, now, I'm going to write down the progression here, which was E, we had E, and then we came up to F sharp, and it's a minor. An F sharp minor, okay? And then we came up with another full step, and that was a G sharp minor. G sharp minor. Now we're going to go a half step, and that's A. Okay, now we're going to go a full step again, that's B. And then from B, we go a full step, which is to C sharp. Now that's the sixth step, so it's a minor. So it's a C sharp minor. And now we go to the last one, which is a D sharp, which is the full step, which is here. And it's a diminished. So here's a D sharp, which is the same as an E flat, but we diminish it. So we bring the top, third, and the fifth down a half a tone. And there it is. So that's a D diminished. So we have an E, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, A, B, C sharp minor, and a D minor. Okay. Now, I need to come up with the chords that I'm going to use to play a song. So I get started with just listening, okay? I've listened to first when we first did the whole thing, but I'll show you what I do. I just go listen. And I play around to see what works. I made a mistake there. I should have been here. That's on the F sharp minor. Now we have the G sharp. Now the A. So that's what all those sound like together, okay? Now what I noticed in there when I was going this way was we had the E, the F minor, the G minor, and the A, and the B, the C, sharp minor, and the D diminished. Now, if I want to put a variance in there, in other words, I want to use part of this as a melody, I want to use it as a break, where would be a good place to do that? Well, we got to figure that out. So here's our chords. Okay, now we're here. It sounds like a nice place that's starting to go up. So we've got, what do we have here? We have G minor, D sharp minor, okay? Now the fifth is an E. For some reason, that sounds kind of neat, huh? Let's see what happens here. That would be a regular E, and this would be, because we had sharps, see? That'd be an F sharp there. So we go back here. Okay, I'll try it again. Okay, I think it sounds better this way. And now let's switch to the B. But if we do it with the, in other words, if we do it with the fifth, it's going to be a B flat. That sounds kind of good, doesn't it? fifth would be an F. Next fifth would be a C. The next fifth, of course, is a G. Next one is a D. And the next one is an A. Then an E. So we could do a song that way, huh? So, in other words, we go all the way through, and then we go through again, or we just go through to that spot. I've got these all written up this way, so I'll go through it again. So we go all the way through to where we're on a D diminished. Okay, so I'm going to go again. That's what we did through the first part. Now, when I get to wanting to do a fifth of E, so you remember where that was? We have E, F, sharp. There's a G right there. There's the E right there. So we got to remember that E. And that E is going to be it's going to show the F as a sharp, because that's what we have, is 4 sharps. Now I'm going to go to a B here, which is the fifth, but guess what? Now a B has an F in it and a D. So what's going to happen there? What if we're writing the music? Okay, that means that we already have a key signature of an F, a G, and a D, and a C. So when we have a B flat, we would have to sharp these two, which that's actually an F sharp 7th. But so we don't want to do that. We'll have to, when we write this in, this will become a natural. And this will become a natural. In other words, we'll have the B flat, and we'll have the D listed as a natural, and the F as a natural. That way we don't have to change our key signature. Because if we're going to change our key signature, we'd have to show as an F as a B flat. But we don't want to do that. We want to leave our key signature alone. So we would just change, when we jump from the fifth here, which is a B flat, when we jump from this B flat over, using the chord now B flat, we have to show our D and our F if we play any of them here in the chord, or if we play any of them up here as a natural, okay? So we have the B chord, but if we play any of these notes and we have to record those notes down in the treble clef, see, here we go. The only one in there that wasn't going to be having to be a natural was the A. Every other one is a, see? And the F is the next fifth. Okay, so I'm getting into the starts of writing a song. So I can do the whole key, or I can break it up. Now, if we want to do a short song, which I'd like to do, then we just go to the G sharp minor. And we go to a G sharp minor, okay? And at that point is where we're going to make our change, our switch over. And I'm coming up on, I guess, 18 minutes or close, so why don't we take a break here for a moment, and I'll be right back. And as you know, as you're listening on here, you need to click on the upper caption in the right-hand corner before this ends, so now's the time to do it. So you go click, 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 and I'll see you in a moment.